calling to the faraway towns. Now war is declared and battle come down. London calling to the underworld. Come out of the cupboard, you boys and girls.
London town, home of our Queen, home of the central hub of England, the beginning of a normal day. Many people plan to travel to work, plan to get to work and sit at their desk, to get through the day constantly, glancing at the clock. Their biggest fear being they spill their coffee, many not knowing that morning could shatter their lives, that 4 men could cause their life to come crumbling down. This is the 7/7 bombings through the eyes of a witness.
I come to London a fair bit from Manchester to go to meetings, and on this particular day it was no different to any other.
On the 7th of July 2005, the citizens of London witnessed one of the worst attacks Britain has had since the Blitz. Karen Stringer works for GMP and was there the day that London shook.
The Euston was absolutely packed and busy as usual. This particular day I went down the escalator. It was bustling, it was really busy. Got down into the ticket area and I had my tickets all ready to go through the turnstiles to the tube, but there was really serious queues. It was backed all the way up to the escalator.
Missing the first bomb, not knowing what was going on at ground level, Karen stood at the tube not knowing what was around the corner.
Then I sensed that there was something wrong, something different. Turnstiles in front of me had actually been stopped. There was red X's on them all, so you couldn't put your tickets through them to go through. The moment I saw the red X's, I thought there's no point in going forward because I'm not going to get through the turnstiles, something's wrong, I need to go back.
Mohammed Khan, 30 years old, Hasib Hussain, 18, and Shahaz Tanweer, 22. The fourth bomber was Jermaine Lindsay from Jamaica. They had previously been seen at hardware stores collecting purchases to help make their homemade bombs. Police also found that others had helped to plan the bombing. These people are left unnamed.
I realised that somebody in a yellow jacket was closing a metal gate across the gap, and I thought, never even realised ever before that there was a gate there. But I'm thinking, my God, if it's this bad that they're closing Euston in the rush hour, this must be so serious. Why would you jump over the blooming turnstiles? It's crazy. And so I'm looking round to think, I've got to get out somewhere. I started to feel claustrophobic, and I got onto the street and I was really relieved to find it was Cardington Street. And I knew that if I went to the bottom of Cardington Street, away from the main town, I could grab a cab down there. I was heading to sort of New Scotland Yard. There was a hotel facing New Scotland Yard where my meeting was. Checked my phones, no signal. And at that moment I saw a cab coming down the street. So I just jumped up and waved the cab. I looked past the cab and there's 2 guys in, you know, proper posh, in suits, umbrellas, briefcases, running down the street. First guy is going, "You better not get in that cab, that's my fucking cab." So I got in the cab and I'm trying to settle myself, and the guy in the cab said, apparently on the radio they're saying it's a line down. I'm saying no way, there's no way it can be that. He said, "I really do think it's a bomb." The strangest feeling was when I got into the hotel and I was shown to the conference area, and there was some very senior officers there, but people just generally talking about the day's business and thinking, oh my God, they don't know that something's going on. So I started to talk to people and tell them what's just happened at the tube station. And the next thing I know, one of my really good friends and colleagues comes through the door, and she said, she just came over to me and she just hugged me, and I could see she was so upset. So I just left it for a second. I just hugged her and I said, "What's wrong? What on earth is wrong?" She said, "We've just come up from the tube," and she was with other colleagues that I knew too. And she said, the moment we got up to street level, we heard something, we felt something. She said, we knew it was a bomb. And she said, and then the smoke came out behind us. The staff to put the main TVs on in the lounge, which they did. And then things started to unfold on TV, and it was just awful. And then my friends and I decided to literally just race across London on foot to a station as far away as possible so that we could get a train. We actually just got a train and went down to Southampton, and then we got a BA flight back to Manchester. It was the only way we could get home. Even the police couldn't come to get us. They tried to come from Manchester and Yorkshire, and they got stopped and turned away. The M25 was shut. I suppose the strangest thing is people never know what you go through. I'm so lucky not to be a victim, but I got home, and after all those emotions and that trauma all through the day, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know whether you're going to get through it. You don't know whether you're going to be in it. And you get home and nobody knows what you've been through. I've never really told anybody the story in this depth before today. I'm so lucky, I'm so fortunate that I did get out of there. I wasn't in it. It's just so sad, very sad.
Love of mine, someday you will die, but I'll be close behind. I'll follow you into the dark, no blinding light or tunnels to gates of white, just our hands clasped so tight, waiting for the hint of a spark. If heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, and illuminate the nose on their vacancy signs. If there's no one beside you when your soul embarks, then I'll follow you into the dark.